UFC 316 just went down. I'm going to break down and react to the whole pay-per-view card. We're going to start talking about Kevin Holland and his 2-fight win streak at 170. He made a crazy call out on the mic, and it makes perfect sense. Then we're going to talk about the hype train from Bellator, PFL, whatever. Patchy Mix, he got derailed. I don't want to see anyone from Bellator or PFL, champion or not, get a top 15 opponent right off the bat for their first UFC fight. And then we also got to talk about Merab. He completely embarrassed Omalley. Omalley had a whole year to prepare. He got a present from Uncle Dana. He had the Dana White privilege. He got gifted, and he blew his rematch opportunity even worse than the first fight. So we got to talk about this shit. Kevin Holland, man, he's on fire. Well, guess what? Kevin Holland tapped out Luque with his signature move, the Anaconda choke. Kevin Holland's good at it, but Kevin Holland doesn't even know what his own choke is called. Because Kevin Holland said he won by darce. Anaconda choke is what I call that. That was an anaconda choke. An anaconda and a darce are almost the same thing, but an anaconda choke, you lock your grip and you lock your hands up under the armpit on that side. The darce, you lock your hands on the opposite side. And you're supposed to fall on your shoulder. Kevin Holland did it opposite. He fell on the side where his hands were clasped together, which is technically wrong, but it still worked, so it's not wrong, I guess. Those are my favorite chokes, anacondas and darces. There's so many variations of each, and Kevin Holland has the perfect limbs to pull that shit off. He's the perfect candidate for ninja chokes, darce chokes, anaconda chokes. It looks like Kevin Holland's been working on his grappling more. You could see it, he just fought Gunner. Even when Holland was on a tear at 170, a few years ago, he was beating guys like Michael Chiesa. Now he's beating Luque, another good grappler. Kevin Holland's a good grappler. And I picked Kevin Holland because Luque doesn't have that smothering style that RDR has and all these other fighters. He's not Hamzat, where he's going to smash you and just pass your legs like nothing and hold you down with heavy pressure. No. Luque, he just goes for chokes. But unfortunately, Holland hit him with his signature move. Shout out Kevin Holland. He's about to be on a 3-fight win streak. He called out Colby Covington. Colby's done. He's washed. What was his last fight against Buckley? People forget, man. Kevin Holland beat Buckley. Shout out Holland. Look, I know he's kind of off-putting around the reporters, but he wins the fans back with his exciting fights. And that's all there is to it. Now on to the next. This was the highlight of the night for me. Patchy Mix got destroyed. The hype train got annihilated by Super Mario. I picked Mario Bautista. I was rooting for Mario Bautista. I thought he got unneeded hate, unnecessary hate against Aldo. Don't blame him because the UFC booked Aldo against Mario Bautista. That's not his fault. Mario Bautista can fight exciting. He beat up Patchy Mix. Patchy Mix sucks. That dude fights like he's 80 years old. He fights like he's got weight ankles on his feet. That guy takes more hits to the face than Nate Diaz. I bet Nate Diaz has faster combinations than Patchy Mix. What was that? All that talk? All that hype? That just shows how much MMA fans jumped the bandwagon. I don't understand how a guy that nobody's heard of can just appear out of thin air with a name called Patchy Mix, and fans are just jumping onto the narrative. Yeah, he's going to destroy the bantamweight division. The most dangerous division in the UFC. This guy that just appeared out of thin air, he's going to take over one of the most dangerous divisions in the UFC. And he's from the JV League. Get out of here. Patchy Mix got destroyed. Mario Bautista put on performance of the night. I was oohing and ahhing. I was screaming. He was landing that left hand to the face over and over. Patchy Mix's takedown sucked. They got stuffed like that. Mario Bautista didn't even have to try. Completely embarrassing from Patchy Mix. If you picked Patchy Mix, I'm sorry. I think you jumped the hype train. I don't believe you knew who he was. I don't believe anyone knew who he was. What the hell is a Patchy Mix? That's what I was thinking when I heard this fight announced. And I am pissed that the UFC didn't give Super Mario an interview. What kind of shit is that? He beat this hype train. He made your company look good. He made Bellator look weak. He made him look like chumps. He looked like a champ. He put on an exciting performance. I would have gave him performance of the night, but they didn't even give him an interview. They just showed the crowd highlights and they showed the crowd cam and who's standing in the crowd. Then they pan the camera to Trump. I'm like, I want to hear Mario Bautista talk that shit. Give Super Mario the mic. His name's Super Mario now. No more Bellator guys getting top 15 opponents right off the bat. Earn your spot into the top 15 if you're from the lower leagues. I'm glad that settles that. Moving on to the featured fight. I thought this would be fight of the night. I got the prediction right. We all knew Pyfer would win. He's too damn big. But he has no tools in his arsenal. He doesn't have any weapons. Where were the kicks? He threw the lead hand a couple times, but he mostly just threw the right. That's where all his power is. He didn't mix up takedowns until the very last few seconds of the fight. Kelvin Gastelum gets dropped multiple times in the first round. He gets dropped early in the second round. But from the last minute of the second round, I'm talking late second round, all the way to the end of the fight, KG was winning. KG was piecing up Joe Pyfer in round 3. He was throwing overhand lefts. He was connecting. He was throwing body shots with his left hand. He was connecting. He threw 3-punch combinations. He was connecting on Pyfer. I wish KG took that approach a little earlier. Joe Pyfer, he knew he couldn't knock out Gastelum, and that discouraged him. He wasn't active. After he dropped Gastelum about 3 times, he was like, oh shoot, this guy really can't be knocked out. I better slow down here. He was getting flashbacks of their Jack Hermanson fight. Don't get it twisted. Pyfer only won 2 rounds to 1. He lost the third. Let's go on to the co-main event. We had Cain Velasquez versus Brock Lesnar. Juliana Peña versus Kayla Harrison. And predictable fight. We all knew Kayla Harrison's too damn big. Way too strong. Too good on the ground. Juliana Peña is just tough. That's not enough. You need an Olympic gold medal. You need to have Hulk strength. If not, you're going to get your shoulder dislocated and ripped off your arm. Kayla Harrison pulled a Kimura out of thin air with seconds to go in round 2. Thank God. Could you imagine 3 more rounds of that shit? That fight was kind of boring. I didn't want another Valentina Shevchenko versus Ferro type situation. Back-to-back female title fight. Co-main events on pay-per-views. Give me a break already. Give me a break. I would have probably watched Power Slap over that co-main event. Just kidding, but no more female title fight co-main events. They could main event the prelims. How about that, alright? The trash talk was cool, but nothing happened in the fight. Peña had nothing to offer. She's got a whack record. Kayla Harrison's too big, too strong, has every advantage there is. Let's not even make a 145-pound division for her. We don't need more WMMA. We don't need more women's MMA. We just don't. There's enough of it. We already seen a women's 145 division before. They got rid of it. Amanda Nunes is going to fight Kayla Harrison. Great. And then in the division below, we can get Shevchenko versus Weili. And then we can call it a day. We can call it forever on women's MMA. Let's end women's MMA with 2 banger fights. Right off into the sunset. There's no other women's fights to see after those 2 fights. Give me Harrison Nunes. Give me Weili versus Shevchenko. After that, women's MMA, get off the pay-per-views, get off the main cards, even the free cards. Stay on the prelims. Thank you very much. Let's get to the main event. I got all my picks right on the main card, but Sean O'Malley got whooped, so I didn't get all my picks right. Shout out to Merab. I knew he's the bantamweight GOAT, but Merab's never been in a rematch. He didn't look motivated. He was literally telling me on the mic that O'Malley's going to stuff all his takedowns. I was all confused. I wanted to pick Merab. I know he's a nightmare matchup for O'Malley, no joke. O'Malley is like a pipsqueak next to him. He just throws O'Malley around. Merab's got man strength. He just beat Umar, then he just beat a gorilla in his last fight. Actually, scratch that. Let's rewind. When they were standing on the feet, rounds 1 and 2, O'Malley was getting hit by Merab. Merab was throwing 3-punch combinations. He was throwing hooks. He was connecting his right hook quite frequently. He never landed that many punches in the first fight. His striking truly improved after that Umar fight, after that gorilla fight. He kept landing that right hook. He would land the left hook. You could say it's because O'Malley was worried about the takedown all you want. But if O'Malley was working from his guard all camp and he was working on getting up from the ground, why would he be so worried about the takedown? Merab's striking was crisp. You could say Merab won on the ground. But don't forget, Merab was also winning on the feet. Throw away all your past knowledge. Forget that O'Malley's the better striker. Forget that Merab's never dropped anyone on the feet. If you watch the fight neutrally with no bias, Merab beat Sean O'Malley in the striking. He landed 3-punch combinations. He kept landing that right hook. Every now and then O'Malley would land a straight punch down the middle. He'll switch stances, throw a right cross. Then he'll go to southpaw, throw a left cross. He would land a straight punch now and then, like I said, but none of those rocked Merab. None of them had Merab stumbling. None of them buckled Merab's knees. None of them even snapped Merab's head back. A lot of powerful punches that you don't see coming. A lot of times they snap the head back. They turn the neck. They rock the chin. Merab's head doesn't even move when O'Malley hits him. It just looks like a slap. Man, Merab was a gorilla this fight. He is a beast. Ever since he beat O'Malley, he's been active. Let this be a lesson. Stay active if you want to win fights. Merab fought Umar after he beat O'Malley. Then he beat a gorilla. He took 2 fights, and O'Malley's been sitting on the couch the whole time, didn't get back in the win column, and went straight into a title shot. It's like Merab had to earn a fight with O'Malley, even though Merab has the belt, and beat O'Malley the first time. Merab had to take a fight to fight O'Malley. How backwards is that? Either way, it worked out, and you can hate on Merab all you want, but he manhandled O'Malley. You can't call O'Malley more exciting if he can get held down. If he doesn't have any man strength, how is he more exciting? I don't care if he dribbled a basketball against a couple opponents and then hit him with a knockout. Who cares if he's air dribbling a basketball? Anyone could air dribble a basketball. Merab not only beat up O'Malley again, he beat him up worse. He hit him with the Gene Silva ninja choke. When's the last time Merab had a finish? 4 years ago about? And he finished O'Malley. He finished O'Malley with the ninja choke. You can't say Merab's a decision machine. He's a machine, but he's not a decision machine. And for people saying they want Merab to go up, they want Merab to move down and jump weight classes, hold up. Weren't we just complaining the other day that champions don't defend their belts anymore? That champions are too quick to move up weight class after a title defense or two? We've seen it with Ilya. We're seeing it with Islam. Champs just want to jump up. It's not fun. I want to see people get title defenses. If Merab wants to be that guy, let him. Let's bring integrity back into the sport. Merab doesn't duck contenders. That's true integrity. He fights number 1. If number 1's hurt, he'll fight number 2. He's clearing out the whole division. Once he beats Sandhagen, that's that. He's not a coward for not wanting to move up. We don't need anyone moving up. We don't need an abandoned belt. If Merab moves up, that'll hurt bantamweight. Just like how Ilya's hurting featherweight by moving up. Just like how Islam's hurting lightweight by moving up. You have to beat the man to be the man. We learned that with Daniel Cormier, John Jones. DC never got any respect when he beat Rumble, when he beat Gustafsson, just because he didn't beat the man, John Jones. Let's learn from that. The belt means more when you beat the man. So shout out Merab. Shout out Merab for getting a finish on this card. Joe Pyfer didn't even get a finish, but Merab did. Let that sink in. So yeah, pretty good card. Kevin Holland delivered. That's what I expected. Mario Bautista over-exceeded expectations. Joe Pyfer, he kind of let us down. He doesn't have a lot of tools in the arsenal. He doesn't have a lot of weapons yet. Kayla Harrison fight Peña. I didn't expect much. The trash talk was more exciting than the fight itself. And O'Malley versus Merab. Merab got a finish. If you hate on that, you're just a Merab hater. Get off O'Malley's nuts already. He lost twice. He got gifted a rematch. Merab got a finish. He proved the doubters wrong. Stop hating. I'll catch you guys next time. Later.